Next month, the UEFA Champions League 2024-25 will begin under a totally revised schedule. Barcelona has already been informed of their 8 opponents for the competition's opening round. The UCL will now consist of 36 clubs rather than 32, and the traditional group stage will be replaced by a league phase in which each team will play 8 games, 4 at home and 4 away. Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, PSG, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Borussia Dortmund, and RB Leipzig were the other 8 teams in Pot 1, which also included Barcelona. The German teams Bayern Munich, H, and Borussia Dortmund, A, were drawn with Hansi Flick's team, and the manager will be playing his old employers at home. Barca will play Atlanta, H, and Benfica, A, from Pot 2, which included Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, Atlanta, Juventus, Benfica, Arsenal, Club Brugge, Shakhtar Donetsk, and AC Milan. Pot 3 featured Lille, Crvena Zvezda, Young Boys, Celtic, Feyenoord, Sporting CP, PSV Eindhoven, GNK Dinamo, and RB Salzburg. Barcelona will play Crvena Zvezda, A, and Young Boys, H, from these. Eventually, starting in Pot 4, the Blaugrana will face AS Monaco, A, and Brest, H, skipping Sparta Praha, Aston Villa, Bologna, Girona, VfB Stuttgart, and Sturm Graz. Based on each team's unique club coefficient, the 36 teams have been split into 4 pots of 9. The balls belonging to each club will be selected at random by a predetermined automated software, and 2 teams will be assigned to each pot once the balls are manually pulled from them. Which games will be played at home and which away will also be determined by the program. A team cannot be drawn against more than 2 teams from the same national association, nor can it play against another team from that association. All 9 teams were given 8 opponents apiece in Pot 1, which initiated the draw. The remaining pots will be drawn in descending order until all teams have received their 8 opponents. The teams are aware of all of their opponents, but the detailed schedule, including kickoff times and dates, will be finalized and released on Saturday in order to avoid scheduling conflicts with Conference League and Europa League teams that are playing in the same cities. Second news is that despite the declaration that Barcelona views the transfer window as closed, anything can happen on the day of the deadline. Barcelona made a number of last-minute acquisitions to bolster the team last year, and while the chances of that happening again now look remote, it appears that they are still working hard behind the scenes. In fact, Barcelona has expressed interest in signing PSG midfielder Danilo Pereira on a loan in the next few days, according to the French daily L'Equipe. The 32-year-old Pereira is anticipated to depart PSG before the transfer window ends at midnight today, since he is considered surplus to requirements. For a few weeks now, Barcelona has been connected to a move for the Portuguese international. However, nothing concrete has happened as of yet. Hansi Flick has said that he will rely on Marc Casado and Eric Garcia as backups in light of Marc Bernal's injury, but it appears like a late move for Pereira is being considered. But as was the case with Stefan Bajcetic earlier this week, Barcelona has serious concerns about fair play space. Furthermore, Pereira's pay is probably far higher than Bajcetic's, raising doubts about the accuracy of Barcelona's statements regarding their late move for him. If Pereira is truly signed by the Catalans, one way they may do so would be if the club board provided financial assurances, which is now looking very unlikely. Pereira is more likely to return to Portugal than end up in the Catalan city because his previous team, FC Porto, is also interested.